For those who are not from Nairobi, welcome very much to Nairobi. uh, my name is Dorcas Modoni, and I'm very pleased to be here. Every time I come to the IAS event, I scan the heads and I see which ones are wrapped, which ones have braided hair, which ones have, and I try to see how many of us are here. Here on the podium, I see my old folks who have been with me for a long time. So I'm here to just talk about some work we've been doing for a very long time with the community, and that's to increase the number of technical women in the community. Not just women with digital skills, technical women. We've done this, I see a lot of my trainers here. In the early days, we trained with a lot of people here, and we continue to do that, and in partnership with AFNOG. So I want to give you an update of what we've been doing as Afchix, and just to share with you why this community exists is to create a strong community of women. Most of us have a background in computing.
The remote, you can change the slide.
Oh, thank you very much. Okay. So we have many technical women, and many of us were formed in the internet ecosystem. I personally was formed at Kenneth. That's how I joined the internet ecosystem. When we were building Kenneth for the first time, it was a highlight in the keynote address that we just got there. And our goal is to really create opportunities, mentor, and create capacity for technical women and inspire young generations in that space. So what we really are working on is really dealing with this leaky pipeline of women. You know, we don't just get here and become less numbers because somebody isolated us. We just were never growing in numbers from the get-go. So our interventions run all the way from primary schools, where we mentor girls at that stage, and then high schools, and then universities, and then early career, because women do get into the technical areas, but sometimes they leave for various reasons. Ours is to encourage them to stay or to create an ecosystem that actually encourages that to happen. So our goal is to make sure that we don't have small drops at senior leadership. We can actually have that pipeline grow over time, because the world will never turn back. Let's look at it that way, in the sense that if we don't plug where the women fail to continue taking on these careers, then we really never have a 30% rule obeyed in this room, right? Okay, so we've been doing some work with the ecosystem for a while, and these are the countries we've touched. These are the numbers we have built over time. We've managed to impact at least 18,000 women in engineering, girls, and it's very always nice to meet somebody that I cannot recognize, and they say, I know you, and I know you because you are involved in this, and I came into a forum, and I learned this, and this is where I am these days. This is always fantastic. So we've built a community of mentors. We've built community networks with different women across the continent. We've learned that about what to do at local level and how to encourage activities there. But most importantly is that we continue also to work with students so that many of them can build their interest in this area. So I was in the event in Accra last year, and we spoke about the women leadership the Afchix Women Leadership Program that we are running. And up to now, we've trained up to 1,058 women. And our focus is always to make sure that we give them technical trainings and mentor them. And then we check whether they feel like they have increased their technical competence and they have their confidence growing, and they feel like they can actually take on leadership. Out of that, then we create communities of chapters, special interest groups, and also continue to recruit mentors and run training and mentorship activities, and now also help people within institutions to actually have like clubs. We have a lot of universities interested in having clubs that help these women who are few to get together, but actually for them to get focused and connect with industry and learn. So this is what we've been doing, and we kind of invited a few people to be our partners. We are very lucky to have had a long-term relationship with the Internet Society, who we've been working with, and out of that community as well, I'm sure some people might be our trainers in the past or currently, and we continue to do that. So I'm here to also just talk about Sorry, I didn't move to that slide. But let me talk about our goals going forward up to 2029. And we want to invite partnership, whether you're running a technical organization, whether you want to mentor, whether you want to train. We have a big goal. We want to increase the number of 18,000 to at least 35,000 technical women who we have impacted in different ways. We want to increase our community of mentors. We do encourage both men and women as mentors because we learn together and the knowledge is from each and everybody. We want to work with at least 25,000 students because this is the next generation of women engineers. And we want to empower the ones already in the workplace, up to 10,000 of them, to make sure that they, improve their competencies and also, stand up and take on roles where you are pointing. So ours is to actually try and reach out to the industry and find out what are the training needs, what are the things that you want these women to come ready with, so that when they come for interviews or take on applications, then they can be able to, show competence and actually succeed in their application processes. So we're going to work with schools from primary level, secondary to tertiary, to help them create small communities and to be able to allow us to have targeted interventions for different groups. We are encouraging a lot of chapters, people in different localities, whether you are in an organization, whether you have an interest in a specific area, whether it's cybersecurity, cloud computing, whatever it is, AI, blockchain, whatever it is, we want to encourage people to get together and just do things that are of interest to them. So we are working on those small communities so that our network is a network of networks. That's how we actually operate. And organizations, we've seen a lot of interest of people who want to run women in technology groups. We have mechanisms to actually, help them, formalize and get together and really create structures to do that. And at the end of the day, we actually want to cover the entire African continent with our partners. We also, partner with, for example, we have a partnership with Ubuntu Net Alliance to work on how to create capacity of technical women working within NRENs that are within the Ubuntu Alliance community. This is because everywhere we go, we always find less women, but our experience has been that with technical skills, with mentorship, with role modeling, they just grow. So our goal is to actually do that so that we can have more and more role models in the community. So we are encouraging continued partnership. If you've seen my email, please don't ignore it. So that we can do this together. Because in future, we really need to have the diversity in terms of the skills that we need to do what we need to do. And obviously, that's part of the women being involved. So thank you very much. That's the end of my presentation.
Yeah, but before you leave, before you leave, if you were to compare the women presence between this year and the Accra meeting, then it's improved or we have less participation?
It's definitely improved. It's a very good time because many years ago, I think it was 2009 when we were in Nairobi, and I found Nancy with 3 ladies. That was not nice. So now we are improving, but we are not there yet.
Okay.